Hello, I'm Marcus Brix with the CattleFax Closing Bell, brought to you by CattleFax, the deciding factor. On Thursday, June 28th, the spot crude oil market set a new 2018 annual high price at $74.03 per barrel. The new high edges out the May 22nd high by $1.13, and it came quickly after a 13% rally in only 5 trading days. A primary driver to making the new high possible was the release of the most recent Energy Information Agency production figures. For 3 weeks in a row, U.S. crude oil production has held at a record high 10.9 million barrels per day. The U.S. is producing output at unprecedented pace, but output is only half of the fundamental equation, and demand has been monstrous. For the first time ever, implied crude oil demand has reached over 20 million barrels per day, almost double the daily production rate. Seasonally, a rise in demand will cause a drawdown in crude oil stocks, and this year is no exception. Crude oil inventories dropped by 10 million barrels in the latest EIA dataset, which is the largest weekly drop since September 2016. At 416 million barrels of crude oil, seasonally lower domestic stocks are within weeks of a sub-400 million barrel stockpile for the first time since February 2015. At consistent demand, the United States currently has 22 days of crude oil usage before inventories would run out. In this week of last year, the U.S. was capable of running just over 29 days on the crude oil stockpiles. This stocks-to-use ratio fell beneath the 5-year average in late 2017, and demand increases were the prime cause, but demand growth was driven internationally. U.S. crude oil exports topped 3 million barrels per day last week. For roughly 40 years, the U.S. was prevented by law from exporting raw crude oil, but this law was changed in December 2015. As OPEC coordinated to reduce global output, the United States have been increasing production and pushing greater volumes of crude oil onto the world market. Comparing week to week with a year ago, U.S. crude oil production is up 1.65 million barrels per day, but crude oil exports are up 2.5 million barrels per day. WTI crude oil prices are adjusting to the large exports that are likely to become the new norm. Spot crude oil should see buying support in the mid to high $60 a barrel range and has resistance now at $76 a barrel. Thanks for watching. Remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and receive the latest market news and analysis.
The beef business has never been for the faint of heart. The pressures are real. The volatility is extreme. The risks are big, but the opportunities for success are there. So how do you sort through it all to decide which way to go? For more than 50 years, CattleFax has led the way. We're the time-proven leader in research, analysis, and information, equipped with the industry's most powerful database. Our team is impartial, objective. Our vision is global. Our focus is you. We provide a direct line of contact with you, our client, to the CattleFax team with our daily updated website, modernized mobile app, or the traditional phone conversation. CattleFax, the deciding factor. Become a member at CattleFax.com.